I think I got beyond this point in the tale of life. So I'll go down a little further. Let's see. All control of my automotive apparatus and smashing my car into a 10-foot pole break wall. It stood in acrobatronic, proud Henrietta red brick syndrome style. Directly before a dense patch of thicket surrounded trees of various plumage. Ad nauseum, John McPratt, the winding streams, oh Dapperland. Proper satirisk mood clot hallelujah matinee forestry, to say the least. Following fleet of foot a moment's time, I stumbled out of my dented car door, and shuffling down to wherewithal my friend is unpeeling as he yawns a still quite greenish banana. I almost hit her with my car trying to follow her. Hey, Thunderbell Horace, am I pouring piles of fizzing, popping, and jaloping blood from in each and every one of my orifices? Well, he advises me quite laconically. If I were you, Paul, I wouldn't, in your present state of physically enhanced appearance, run the interstate maritime and a pearl diving rubber suit imported from Siberia. So what do we do now, Horace bantied the tail? We'll take my car to the local leftover pistachio shell collection, left there by HCVE, piled in a festering heap, where the two girls, told me they would wait for us in front of, which banquet of roses is the girl I set you up with, Paul. Well, then, I jum dandy township to my friend, in northeast Boston-like vernacular. Let's get going, scallywag, shine-eye, slam dunce, patron of the fine arts. Right-to-yo, he jabbering, tipping slightly left and right on his well-scuffed sneakers. Let's go. A few short interludes forthwith. Two of us are introducing the girls to a blind date interconnection. No jazz police lobster bib wearing aficionados included in the local chiropractors to meet us all halfway in an after-date game of flapjack horseshoes. No. And of course, the first thing I notice about this well-curved girl is that she has the prettiest eyes I've ever seen. Wears no makeup, and last of all, she dresses herself in denim jeans, a cute hands in both pockets vest, and a nicely patterned blouse showcasing not a single booby, nap, flap, zap, trap, emblematic advertisement. She's not the most gorgeous girl I've ever clapped eyes on, but she certainly is one of the prettiest. So, banquet of roses, and my own much the younger self are sitting alongside one another in the back seat of my old friends, Jack the car. For a moment or two, the two of us are silently sizing one another up, wondering what to make of the current situation at hand, looking a minute heretofore deeply into my eyes. Banquet of roses, banquet bequests of mine own self, as if she were making her very first attempt to size up. My extremely unlucrative, as far as money and cash flow, Congress and unison are universal concernage, employment, situational process of homogenized, ad nauseum pasteurized hysterosity, as it has come up until this point, risen quite nicely to an ambidextrous equilibrium and fits starts and uniroyal multitudinous pilgrimages via both north and or southbound rail hikes yonder. What is your opinion? She asked Dostoevsky yonder diplomat so far from my interior limousine stretched cocktail bar and lounge. Philosophy of life as it now stands, and yet as close to my person in this Mediterranean underground city's empire, stretching from my left car door to your right car door. It follows by a question mark. His writing reaches, especially through high-pitched, fast-rising, mixed nut tension of crime and punishment, I say, an apex including such a vivid, cinematically attenuated, scene-for-scene peeling back the psychology of hidden guilt exposed by the perpetrator of a heinous act that, as one is reading it page by page, the characters, the gut bucket poverty, riddled time and place, so vividly bringing to life an era of something beyond translation that is more so translated by the fast-paced sequence of hurricane-like rapidity, framing the events in the very diversity of characterizations at times rises closer to the truth pertaining to the universal incompletional jackety hammer trove perpetual winter of night life seem to breathe postmodern parallels with everything about us humans remaining throughout the changes, timeless and changeless, as if the book's wisdom streamside tree of self-witness fueled Dostoevsky's 5 central masterworks from a literary carburetor hooked up to a linear pace of his books from a time and place outside the time zone in which the characters' lives were lived. It's as if Fyodor D. wrote his dynamo-fueled books by the light of a moon that belonged then, as now, to all and none. If he hadn't stolen an object worth an impoverishing pittance, and just before they cut life's rug from under him and returned to compose those 5 quintessential character studies, our own lives would be that much different. Even the constantly shifting, economically blistered royal power shifts would play themselves out closer to the Machiavellian price tag, thus being further removed from the mercy inherited by us for all sufferers of the crueler extremities, similar to the dark sky bombed out warring zones. Do you think the late springlit sun rises and falls on the jolly blue 10:15 of a.m. p.m. nimble pair of brassings beneath your pink cucumber? Do you? She asked me. And at that precise moment, Banquet of Roses pulled confused me. Pulled a bullfrog out of her unhigh-heelable shoe wear, and placing the bullfrog in the palm of my hand, asked me in all sun-up seriousness what my zodiac sign tell me, not so much about myself, but about those musing ones of neoplasmatic-hated, here today, gone tomorrow, only to return the previous day after. The ones that you come into contact with is partly due to just the flowing stream of people, and partly because you relate to them, and so there's and so far I'm not editing anything, no editing, no cutting, jabbing, tripping, but maybe at some point I will start editing. I don't know. I have edited certain times, but most of the time I just go off the cuff without cuts and edits and just, I don't know, whatever I write. That's it. I'm not trying to go by the old Kerouac Ginsburg scheme of things where they say the best sort is the first sort. That's not what I'm doing. I don't know. I just don't edit. So I see some possible things I could improve on, or not improve, but differentiate in certain things I said towards the end of Banquet of Roses dialogue with me, and then when I switch, when I include a conversation. And so may you have joyous repertoires and happy days all the time. God bless every one of you.